Hey folks, today I got a quick production tutorial. It's a continuation of the MIDI techniques that we've been discussing, and we're going to be looking at specifically how you can turn notes in the piano roll into reverse swells in your own productions. Let's jump into it. Alright, so I'm in the arrangement view. This is a version of Joji's Run that I've recreated. Let's just have a quick listen. Alright, so the producer on this one, I believe Justin Parker, made a decision sort of in this area here to add in sort of a classic reverse swell. Now the way it's done in the production, I believe is with a voice. We're going to use a piano today, but this can use any sort of MIDI instrument. Let me just bring one up. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is look at where the harmony's going so that I can make my swell move into that key center. Let me just take a look here at the piano roll on this electric guitar, and I can see that these are just power chords. I'm coming from an A and I'm dropping into this E. So in my piano roll, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this E chord. It's a minor key, so let me just draw this in. Okay. So again, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is from our review of keyboard essentials. 3 half steps give us a minor third, and then 4 half steps give us a major third to create this minor triad. Now, you'll also remember that we can move some of these notes up or down an octave in order to create different inversions of a chord. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to take this E and move it all the way up to the next E. And I'm also going to do that with the G. So this is in second inversion. Let me just hear what that sounds like. Okay, so it's in the right key. I'm going to extend this a little bit. Now I can't reverse the MIDI notes as they are now. It's not an option. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export this as audio first and foremost. Let me just rename this so that when it downloads I know what I'm looking for. Export as audio file. Let's come up down here. So I'm just going to pull this right into the session as a new track. Okay, and let's see where we are. Just shortening this so we can have a listen. I'm going to solo it. Okay, so there's our piano. I think it's a little bit too bright, so I'm actually going to change the pitch down a whole octave. And this was, again, in a previous video as well. Okay, a little bit lower and more mellow. And then I can hit this edit, and now reverse is an option. So let me just reverse this. And now when I listen back, I'm getting the tail of the sound first as it opens up into the initial transient. So this is going to be key for us as we move into this. And again, I chose the key center that I'm going to, not the one I'm coming from. So it was something like A, and now I'm moving into this E. All right, so let's have a listen to what that sounds like in context. Okay, and it needs a little bit of processing. I can add some reverb to it to give it a little bit more of a tail. Let's just see what this sounds like. I'm going to solo it. That's kind of nice, and I like the decay on that, but the other thing I can do to sort of give me a little bit more decay from this is to paste it again. I'm going to reverse this back so that it gives me the original waveform. And I'm actually just going to cut out, I'm going to turn the magnet snapping off, and I'm just going to cut out this initial transient and just leave the rest of the tail so that I have a bit more of a decay after the swell. Okay, so all I have to do is just mix it in context, and we should be happy with that. this was just a quick overview as a part of our MIDI manipulation technique series. We looked at how you can create reverse piano swells from MIDI notes. Hope it helps you in your own productions. Feel free to drop me a line if you have any questions, and feel free to share your music as always. Enjoy.